Hi, I'm Amanda Skelton, an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. So today I'd like to show you how to make these lovely trees. Now I've laid it out like this as if it's like a sampler, because you've got spring, summer, autumn and winter. So that'd be quite a nice framed print for somebody. So that is obviously 12 by 12 cardstock at the back, so you could put it in a really nice big frame, 12 by 12 frame. And then you could have these different seasons, which is quite nice. So I'm going to do this particular square because it's pretty much the same for all of them. I'll show you some of the extra bits that I've done and how to make each of the different ones. So what we'll need is the Beauty of Friendship bundle, which is the stamp set, and the only thing we're going to use for the stamp set on this one actually is going to be this little splodge for the snow, and then the matching Beautiful Trees dies. And we're going to use the tree trunk die and this insert. So there's an insert and an outside bit if you wanted to do the whole of the tree, but we just want the actual insert of the tree. And also these little, I don't know if you can see them, two little birds. So I've used that for the bird here. So for a spring bird, and then like a robin, although it's a bit discoloured at the moment. So those are the products we're going to use. Like I said, so you can do it as a sampler, or you can use each individual one and mount them just as individual cards. So let me see what we need then. So let me just move that out of the way a little bit. So you need four pieces of card, white cardstock, which measures 4 3/4 by 4 3/4, and you need 4 of those for each of your panels. And then you need 4 pieces of, I've got chocolate chip card here, but you could also use soft suede, and that is measuring 3.5 inches by again about 4 3/4 inches. Again, you want 4 of those for each of the trees. If you're not going to do, so you can see here I've made one here. This actually makes quite a nice stencil as well, so don't get rid of your pieces of card. And then I've got a piece of mossy meadow, which measures again about 3 inches by 4 inches, and that's going to be for the summer. And I've got some DSP. Now this is gorgeous DSP, let me show you. So this is, if I can find, so these are the pieces of paper, and it's the reverse of this one that I'm going to use. And then you can see the back sides of the paper as well. So that is just gorgeous papers, and they are Beauty of the Earth designer series paper. So I've used this colour because it comes out the 4 colours. It's just perfect for that, so you don't even have to be too fussy on that. And that again is measuring probably about 3 inches by about 4.5 inches again. Just needs to be big enough for these sections here. And then I've got another white piece of card, which again is 3.5 by about 4 inches, and that's for the springtime one, because what I've done here is cut the same shape out, and then I've just used a little sponge dauber in 2 different colour pinks, just to make it have that sort of spring blossom effect. Okay, so let me keep that one to the side. I'll show you how I've done this one, and then I'll go through and just show you the different variants for the other sections. So I'll just get a piece of white background just to protect my surface. So as you can see here, we've got a white section here, which is for the snow, because this is the winter section. So what I've done is literally just found a piece of scrap paper, and then I've just literally torn it quite roughly, just to give it quite a nice outline. So I'll want one of my, what size did I say it was? 4 3/4 by 4 3/4 sizes. And what you want to do is get some, I just use washi tape, which is quite nice low tack. And you just want to attach that to something so that the actual card that you're inking is not going to go anywhere. You want to have it at the bottom so that you don't get in the way of what you actually want to ink. So we're going to be inking the top section, and then I'm going to put this on here, so probably about there. Okay, so now I've got Seaside Spray, which is a nice blue colour for the background. So now none of this is moving off of each other. And then I've got the lovely blending brushes. So you just want to get that on your ink. Just take a little bit of it off of here. Now you want it to be sort of lighter at the bottom. So you just want to come on to your piece of white card. And I'm going to start at the top, and I want it darker at the top. And because this is the winter one, I want this sort of a darker or a stronger blue than on some of the others. So they're like the spring and the summer, I wanted it to sort of be quite a pale blue. But this I want to have more contrast with the snow and with the bare tree. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect because this is sky, so any white sections can be clouds or snow. And then you just want to bring it down to the bottom section, and you can just keep adding layers and layers. Now at the bottom here probably doesn't look like it's very much colour, but once you actually take that off, actually it's very big contrast. So there it hardly looks anything, so I'm quite happy with that. So I can put all of that to the side. Gently take your washi tape off. Just make sure you gently take it off of your cardstock because sometimes it can peel. So just gently, look, you can see I've done it there, look. You can always put something over that. So that is my background. So I did actually die cut this earlier. So like I said, you want to use the dies, the Beautiful Trees dies, and I've used this one for the bare tree. So that is going to be that. But before I do that, I'm just going to use this Whisper White Craft stamping pad. So this is where you get a clear or a plain pad, but then you get, if I can find it, you basically get a refill, which is the white, and it's quite gloopy. And then you add that onto your stamp pad. It's quite, I don't know, it's a little bit like Tipp-Ex, I suppose, but it does give quite a nice, so I'm just going to add, and it looks a bit like snow. So I'm just going to add some of those sections on there. There you go. And I'm also going to add some onto my tree as well. So it looks like bits of snow are falling. If you wanted to, you could dip this in a bit of glue or put some glue on it and add some white glitter. That would look quite nice. And then what I've also done is I've die cut two of the little birds, and I did it sort of like a robin. So effectively you want to then just glue on, I'm going to use liquid glue on this because it's quite intricate sections. She says if I can get the glue to work. So you just want to make sure this doesn't look dissimilar to the White Craft ink we were just using, does it? So you just want to make sure and get some glue on all your sections of branches. And then it needs to be quite low and just centered really. And I need to add some more bits of glue. So I've not got any on. Okay, so I just need to keep pressing that down. So that is predominantly that one with the, I've added the bird on as well. So that is that section. So let me just show you the slight modifications. So as I said before, this one is a white cutout of this section, and I've just daubed it with, I think I used Polished Pink and Blushing Bride to make those two colours. Start with the lighter colour first and just add on a bit more detail. And again, the bird. Again, I've done quite a pale background with the blue, the Seaside Spray blue brushed ink. On this one, what I did on this one is I cut out with a circle. What size is that? An inch diameter. I basically cut out a circle and I placed that just behind the tree. And before I did the blue, otherwise it'll turn green if you go over it. Before I did the blue, I basically did a yellow sponge, used the sponge again for this, and did a yellow sun. And then when I did the blue, you just bring it up to the close to the edge of it. You're not going to notice if it's not exactly next to it anyway. So you just want to bring that close to it, but try not to go over it, otherwise it'll end up green. And then obviously got the green cardstock here for the tree. And this one again, I've used a DSP, and as you can see, there's lots of little gaps in here. Keep those gaps for this one, and that can become your falling leaves. So that is what we've done, and that, like I said, that can be a sampler, or it can be for individual cards, which is quite nice for Christmas or for any season actually. So I hope you've enjoyed that. So like I said, this is using the Beauty of Friendship bundle, and the lovely DSP that matches as well. So I hope you've enjoyed that. As always, you can find details at amandascraftedcards.stampinup.net, and hopefully see you soon. Take care. Bye bye.